Dan Illman, Mike Beer, taking a look at race number 7 at Woodbine on Woodbine Miles Saturday. It's the Grade 1 $500,000 summer stakes. 2-year-olds going a one-turn mile on the spacious E.P. Taylor turf course. We're kicking off a pick 5 with a guaranteed $250,000 pool. Let's take a look at this field of quality 2-year-olds. Mysterious Night, one of Charlie Appleby's vast armada of strong horses coming in from Europe, is the 6-5 favorite, fresh off a group win, going 7/8 in France.
Looked really good winning his most recent start there, Dan. It was only a 5-horse field. They rode this horse with a ton of confidence, though, at 2-5. And he won like a 2-5 shot in there. He looks like he has a good amount of talent. And, you know, we've seen this the last couple of years. Appleby, Godolphin, they tend to send the right ones over here.
And Mysterious Night appears to be the kind of horse that wouldn't mind settling back and relaxing off a fast pace, and Timeform US believes he might receive that setup. Here's the pace projector. 94 Expos seems like a fast horse for Mark Casse. I don't think Appraised is as fast, but he is stretching out from 5.5 furlongs to a mile. Personally, I think 94 Expos is going to make the lead, and I think he's going to set legitimate fractions.
I think he's going to make the lead too. We'll see how they decide to ride Appraised. Certainly he is, you know, stretching out off of shorter races and races that had legit paces going on too, which plays into this pace projector. But he wasn't showing a lot of speed in those races, Dan. I suspect he'll be forward in here. I doubt he's up there, you know, trying to contest for the lead.
The number 1 is Mysterious Night, and this horse has the pedigree to succeed in North America and the pedigree to succeed at slightly longer distances. He has yet to go a mile in his career. He's a full brother to Altica, who won the Diana, multiple Grade 1 winner in North America, and his last race was a substantial class drop from the horses he was facing in England 2 and 3 back. He stayed in the clear on the outside, and he won the race by only a half length, but I think that margin of victory is a little bit deceiving.
It's very deceiving. He won that race very easily under very confident handling from William Buick. And you're right, his races 2 and 3 back, they're both really good performances, but they're just against way better horses. And he did what he was supposed to do last time. I don't think this is a step up in class for this horse. In fact, it might be another class drop.
The 2 is 94 Expos. This is a son of Outwork. He's pretty fast from the gate. He's stretching out past 6.5 furlongs for the first time. Impressive gate-to-wire winner 2 starts back, albeit only going 5/8 on the Tapeta. Got caught up in a little bit of a pace dispute last time out in the Soaring Free and got tired late.
He certainly did. You know, that Soaring Free is not one of my favorite races that I've looked at so far preparing for these Woodbine Mile Day cards. I mean, this horse, if I had to take somebody out of it, I would probably take this horse, if only because he was up there contesting it. And then it just looked like one of those races, Dan, that kind of fell apart later. Everybody had a shot at it. You know, it was one of those that's back in this field that got up and got the job done. But this horse did a lot of work up on the front end.
Up from New York for trainer Chad Brown is the 3 Appraised, raced twice during the Saratoga season, both at 5.5 furlongs. He was dismissed at 11-1 in his career debut, and he looked beat at the 16th pole, but he really showed a lot of heart and determination to come back and win. He came back in the Skidmore. He ran okay that day against a good field. That third-place finisher returned to win a $500,000 race at Kentucky Downs with a 70 Beyer speed figure. I think Appraised has enough pedigree to stretch out, and I think a decent enough trip is coming.
Yeah, I do too. That's what I like about him more than anything else. Listen, his debut was fine. He actually ran well in both of his races at Saratoga. His debut was fine. Yes, I want to give him credit just for fighting back as Inflation Nation, you know, was just bearing down on him through the stretch. I still feel like that runner up there hung in that race and allowed this horse to win. But still, I'll give him credit for fighting on there and prevailing. He ran fine last time, got outpaced early in that race. That pace was fast. He was forced to chase it. He stayed on pretty well through the stretch while never looking like he was going to win.
Patrick Husbands takes the mount on the 4 Chisler for Barb Minshaw. Debut winner going 5.5 over a synthetic surface on the lead. Last time out, he tried to make kind of a mid-race move into it, flattened out. I think that was a good experience for Chisler, who has, I think, enough pedigree to last the one-turn mile and is another horse tactical enough where perhaps he can work out a stalking trip while clear of traffic.
I could stay positive on him off of the Soaring Free. I think you're right that maybe just, you know, carrying on with that move around the turn. After he moved up for position on the backstretch, he carried on through the turn, and maybe they were just asking too much of him there. He had dead aim on that race from the top of the stretch. Could never fight his way by to the lead. Then he got tired at the end. If he's a big price in here, I'd be willing to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Longshot is up next, a second time starting maiden, the 5, Sammy Stone, going on for a good trainer, and Catherine Day Phillips. And this colt did some nice things in his debut, going 3/4 over the Tapeta. Let's watch Sammy Stone, who just fell far back and has so much to do, as they turn into the stretch with a furlong and a half remaining. But right here, he changes leads and he takes off, and he's going to run a pretty good second.
Yeah, he runs well in here. He had no speed early. He was very far back up the backstretch. If you go back and watch the full replay, he makes a nice run through the stretch here, and he still looks a little green to me, Dan. I think he's really going to benefit from this performance, and he's got plenty of pedigree to switch to turf.
The 6 is Philip My Dear, and I think he's the major contender that the one mysterious night the European invader has to worry about. He is a perfect 2 for 2. He's won both of his starts at Woodbine. He has the home court advantage, and he really looks like an experienced pro, as we see in his victory in the Soaring Free, where he beat 3 of these horses. Turning into the stretch, he is over in behind horses. He's got nowhere to go. He's going to find every seam and every hole. Kazushi Kimura did everything right here, and Philip My Dear is going to get up to win.
Very game here just to come through between horses. He's going to wind up in a little bit tight here late, but he's going to find a way through, and he's ultimately going to get up and win this race. But again, this is what we're talking about, Dan. The race is wide open through the final 3/16. Several different horses could have won. He's the one who found the best finish, and I'll give him credit for being very professional. It's just not a race that I like that much. But I guess if they go fast early, he's going to get another good trip here.
The number 7, Stay On Our Good Side, just ran 3rd in that race, the Soaring Free, finishing 3/4 of a length behind Philip My Dear. Debut winner on the synth. Don't hold the one bad race against him. It was on dirt. I don't think it's going to be his surface. He's going to probably be taken back in this spot. He's going to have to take a little bit of a step forward, but according to finish position, he's not that far off Philip My Dear, although I think Philip My Dear had to overcome a little bit more last time.
Yeah, I think Philip My Dear certainly ran better than this horse did. Stay On Her Good Side was also off the pace in there, but was always ahead of Philip My Dear throughout the running of that race. And another one who had every chance to win, and he was right there at the end. He just got outfinished.
Top pick time for the Grade 1 summer could be a very important prep for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf. We're both going to go with Mysterious Knight. Like the way he won that Group 3 in France. This barn seemingly sends nothing but live horses to North America. He's going to be our top selection. You're going to try to get Sammy Stone into the number.
Liked that horse's debut, Sammy Stone. I want to try to get him in there at a price. I just don't really want to try to beat the favorite, Dan. I just feel like more than anything else, they found a great spot for him here. I think he's supposed to be really tough. I'll try to get the price in underneath.
1532 for Mike, 1627 for me. The Grade 1 summer kicks off a 20-cent pick 5 with a guaranteed pool of $250,000 on Woodbine Mile Saturday. Best of luck.